The breakthrough comes when humans learn to translate alien memories into functional systems. Machines are no longer designed to calculate probabilities, but to operate based on known results. Engines ignite because they already know they will succeed. Medical devices administer treatments because the recovery is remembered. Entire infrastructures begin running on effects rather than causes. At first, it feels miraculous, perfect efficiency, zero uncertainty, no wasted effort. But beneath the progress lies a quiet erosion of agency. When outcomes are known in advance, effort becomes formality, and intention loses meaning. Humanity does not yet realize it is building a civilization that no longer moves forward by choice, but by confirmation of a future it did not create. What begins as caution quickly turns into obsession. Governments demand access to alien knowledge. Corporations seek competitive advantages. Militaries ask for outcomes before battles are ever planned. The possibility of certainty is too tempting to resist. Humanity has always feared the unknown. Now it believes it can eliminate it entirely. Ethical debates are drowned out by urgency and ambition. Scientists convince themselves that knowing the future does not remove free will, only improves decision-making. But slowly, subtly, behavior changes. People hesitate to act without confirmation. Leaders wait for outcomes before committing. Curiosity is replaced by validation. The desire to know what comes next begins to override the will to choose. As dialogue deepens, the aliens make a critical clarification. They do not see the future. They recall it. For them, events humanity calls tomorrow are stored as memories, complete with emotional residue and forgotten details. Wars, discoveries, even the extinction of species are not forecasts but recollections slowly decaying with distance. This revelation terrifies human philosophers and physicists alike. Prophecy implies uncertainty. Memory implies inevitability. If the future already exists as something that can be remembered, then human actions may not be choices at all, only steps along a path already lived by someone else. The idea spreads quietly but relentlessly. The future might be fixed, and humanity may simply be catching up to it. When communication is finally established, the first exchange is unsettling rather than celebratory. The aliens respond to questions before they are fully transmitted, finishing sentences humanity has not yet spoken. They reference future human decisions, political conflicts, and scientific breakthroughs with casual familiarity. At first, researchers assume deception, advanced prediction models, or misunderstandings in translation. But the accuracy is absolute. Every clarification only deepens the unease. Humanity is not speaking with a species that guesses the future, but with one that remembers it. The timeline between both civilizations feels fractured, misaligned, as if two realities are overlapping at the wrong angles. First contact does not bring unity. It introduces doubt about whether the present is truly happening for the first time. It begins with a discovery that should be impossible. Humanity detects a civilization that does not experience time the way we do. For them, the future is not something unknown or hypothetical. It is the first thing they encounter. Their history unfolds backward, not as a paradox, but as a natural state of existence. When human scientists analyze their signals, they realize these beings describe events that, from our perspective, have not happened yet. To them, our present is their distant past, already faded and incomplete. This single realization quietly destabilizes everything humanity believes about causality, choice, and destiny. If a civilization can live tomorrow before today, then time itself may not be a straight line, but a direction-dependent phenomenon. The first cracks appear when predictions begin to contradict themselves. Minor inconsistencies at first, a recovery that should have happened but doesn't, an invention remembered by the aliens that never materializes. By observing and relying on the future, humanity has started to alter it. The backward civilization reacts with panic. Their memories are changing. Entire centuries of their history are disappearing, rewritten by human interference. Time, once stable in its reversed flow, begins to destabilize. The more humanity tries to confirm the future, the more fragile it becomes. The act of knowing is no longer passive, it is destructive. First, nothing seems wrong. Society becomes more efficient, safer, almost flawless. But slowly, an invisible cost emerges. People stop asking, "What should we do?" and start asking, "What will we do?" Decisions lose their weight because their outcomes are already known. Creativity fades. Risk disappears. Even failure becomes impossible, not because humanity has evolved, but because it has already been removed from the future. Psychologists begin reporting a new phenomenon: existential paralysis. When every major life choice is already confirmed by tomorrow's memory, motivation collapses. Humanity starts to realize that certainty is not comforting. It is suffocating. Both civilizations realize they are trapped in a shared temporal loop. Humanity depends on alien memories to function, while the aliens depend on humanity's actions to preserve their remembered future. Cause and effect collapse into each other. Every human decision erases part of the alien's past. Every alien memory restricts humanity's future. Reality becomes a feedback loop feeding on itself. Space-time anomalies spread beyond both civilizations, affecting stars, planets, and entire regions of space. What began as a discovery has evolved into a paradox powerful enough to unravel two timelines at once. In desperation, the aliens reveal the truth they hid from the beginning. Their civilization is already ending. Living backward was never a gift, it was a survival mechanism. Their universe once faced a similar collapse, and reversing time was the only way to delay extinction. But they learned something humanity has only just begun to understand. Knowing the future guarantees its destruction. That is why they avoided contact. That is why their records were incomplete. Humanity was never meant to share this burden. The moment humans learned to remember tomorrow, both civilizations were already doomed. With reality tearing itself apart, humanity faces an impossible choice: preserve the knowledge of the future and lose free will forever, or erase it and accept uncertainty again. The solution is brutal but simple. All technology built on future memory must be destroyed, and all alien records erased. The backward civilization agrees, knowing this act will erase them from existence entirely. When the final connection is severed, time stabilizes. The future becomes unknown again. Humanity survives, not because it knew what would happen next, but because it chose not to. And for the first time in centuries, tomorrow truly belongs to no one.